Y'all, it's your boy Easy, and I'm going through this box of 45s that was given to me and randomly talking about each one. And today we're going to be talking about Ratt, Lay It Down from 1985. Okay, so I'm definitely familiar with Ratt. You could probably even say that I'm a fan. Yeah, that's mostly because I started collecting vinyl in the late 90s, early 2000s, and two records that were ubiquitous among thrift stores were Out of the Cellar and Invasion of Your Privacy. I feel like rock and roll kids who started their collections back then all have one or both of those records in their collection. Yeah, with that out of the way, let's talk about this record. I like this cover. It's fine. It's got the band, in geometrical shapes. Maybe there's some hidden message here, some innuendo as bands were to do, especially at this time. However, the logo is fantastic. Like, I love their logo. It's got a sort of Blade Runner thing going on. I don't know. I just really dig it. So the back of the cover is a little dull. It's got the song titles, some credits, and some other information. But the big push is they're trying to sell you on the LP, which was Invasion of Your Privacy, which they show you here. All right, so now let's move on to the actual music. Oh, and before I forget, their publishing is called Ratt Music, and that's just fantastic. All right, so let's get into it. Side A, Lay It Down. From the jump, this riff is sick. Something about it is just classic and cool and sexy, and I don't know, I just dig it. But there's also something else that it's reminding me of, and I couldn't put my finger on it. So I reached out to my buddy Michael McDonald's, who's a wealth of metal knowledge, and he suggested that I'm probably conflating Winger's 17 riff, because they're kinda similar. Nevertheless, still really awesome. But the production on this is fantastic. Oh, and they have a talk down part, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's also kind of cringy, but it's also kind of cool. So, however, that being said, after listening to the song, I still don't know what it is. They never really clarify it. All right, moving on to the B-side, Got Me on the Line. Gotta love a song that starts with a telephone ringing sample. There's just still something triggering about that particular phone sound. And this is still just Ratt doing what they do best, rock and roll, like heavy metal, but with a little bit of like grit to it and just production that is super slick, and I just absolutely love it. But then the other thing that I totally love is how dedicated this song is to the phone gimmick, like in the lyrics and just everything. And then I totally dig that he's at the end being like, nobody hangs up on me. So overall, big fan of Ratt. They just do what I want from this genre so well, and at the very least is like a middle ground. It's not too much of in any direction really, so it's kind of like a sweet spot for me. So yeah, so let me know if I got anything loud and wrong, and let me know if you know any innuendos here or anything that I'm missing about this particular record or these songs. And until then, else time.